and 3 very special judges, which we'll introduce shortly. But first, as always, my co-host, Co, how are you doing today?
I'm very good. How are you? By name, by nature, right? I guess is how we should view that.
Yeah, exactly.
How are you?
Yes, I'm feeling good. I'm ready for some incredible transmogs. Is there anything that you're looking out for today with these transmogs? Originality, maybe, design, entertainment. What is it for you?
Well, the bit that really separates, I believe, this competition as to other transmog competitions is going to be the second part of the show. Obviously, I'm looking forward to seeing what everyone is bringing to the table. We've got a really nice mix of different factions and races and mogs and different color schemes. It's fantastic. The second part is the part I love, the actual runway walk part with the toys, fireworks, and seeing what other creations that they have managed to come up with. So,
exactly.
Yeah, second part for me.
Yeah, forget about the Vogue catwalk. Forget about Paris, Madrid. It's right here in WoW. This is where we're going to see some of those best transmogs. Now, I'm transmogging today as a gentleman who is well put together. We can only hope. But anyway, so let's talk about the prizes. We have some incredible prizes today. And of course, we want to give a shout out to Blizzard Raider.io, the charity Safe in Our World, which you can donate to right now, and also Glitch Energy. But let's have a look at some of these prizes. We'll talk through them. First place, 100k gold, 30 days game time, event winner role and badge in Discord. So, Co, that first place, 100k, I'm eyeing that up. That looks good to me.
Well, it's not yours to have, so stay well away from it. But yeah, absolutely. It's one of those things where I guess you can go and buy yourself some extra pieces of transport, can't you, from the auction house? Although seeing the competitors today, I think they've got an eye for style, so maybe they don't need the extra pieces. Maybe they just want the extra days of game time.
Yeah.
But for me personally, it's the Discord role. It's the Discord role.
Imagine having that badge, knowing you're the champion. And then looking here at the second place, 50k gold, something super nice too, especially going into the next patch. Having that extra gold would be cool. The event runner-up Discord role and badge. And then third place, the 25k event runner-up Discord role and badge. And then we've also got some other prizes available. But of course, we'll get into that a little bit later. Now, of course, we are joined by 3 very special guests today. First, I'm going to bring up their socials here. We've got Wochi, Dalgan, and Bear. You can see them there. You can see where to check them out. But here they are. Oh my goodness. Thank you all for joining today. We are very, very happy to have you here. Now, we're going to go through and find out a little bit more about your communities before we begin here. So, Dalgan, let's start with you, with the Secret Finding Discord. Tell us a bit about that Discord and what people can expect if they join.
Of course. So, hi, everybody. I'm part of the Secret Finding Discord. The name speaks for itself. We solve the many secrets in the game. We've solved Hive Mind, Lucid Nightmare, and so on and so on. Apart from that, we also are just a community. We talk a lot about the game. We share mounts. We just do the general things we do in a Discord server.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Dalgan. We appreciate you being here and judging for us today. We'll talk to you a little bit later, but of course, we've got Wochi from Dungeon Dojo. Wochi, tell us a little bit about Dungeon Dojo.
Well, we are an official community from Blizzard, like you guys, and we usually we cover everything that goes from Mythic Plus to raids, with Transmog competition, with casual achievement runs and whatever. We run raids within the dojo to help new people get used to the raid environment without any toxicity, as well as, of course, helping people achieving KSM, Keystone Hero, learning the dungeons. We don't care about any meta competition. We just bring the players and everybody's welcome. We don't leave anybody behind. And we just do this day in and day out through the week.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Wochi, and thank you for being here as well. So let's head over to Bear. Now, Bear, tell us a bit about those adventures that you go on.
I just realised I didn't have my mic unmuted. So I am a fairly new streamer, so I've only been streaming since about the end of April, I think it was. But I've been on Twitter for about a year and a half now. Maybe Facebook, you might know me from as well. I make a lot of pictures with this silly panda, just using the add-on Narcissus. So that's kind of where I started. Got encouraged to stream, and yeah, since then I've started up a community. We do a lot of collecting, a lot of mount farming. We also have like dungeon runs, old runs, which is called our little explorers group. We have role play stuff going on, a bit of everything. But yeah, that's kind of me.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Bear. Appreciate you being here as well. Now, as you can hear from all of our judges today, inclusion is very, very high here. We're not looking for meta, we're looking for people who want to belong to a community, and they all have that going about them. So we're very, very happy to have them here, much like Starship. And this competition is really for everyone. So thank you again. Right, we are going to head over Co and have a little chat. But judges, we'll see you in a couple minutes' time when we start to see the contestants. All right, see you for now. Now, Co, so transmogs, can you give us a bit of insight into what we might be seeing today?
Well, I think everyone in the chat is telling us we need to up the volume, so that's one thing that we need to
Gotcha.
to take into consideration. But I would, for the time being, try to shout as much as I possibly can. In terms of the actual themes, there's actually quite a lot of Taurens here today, which is always nice to see our cow brethren represented fairly. Other than that, as you'd probably expect, lots of humans and elves.
Okay.
And, there's lovely models that you can see where your ears don't clip through the hats and stuff like this. Or just gnomes, which is my one true love, where everything just looks, just small.
Okay. What about toys and things like that? Do you expect to see anything from our contestants? Because me personally, I throw on some noggin fogger and I'm done. But maybe there's something a bit more exciting from our contestants today.
Well, in terms of that, let's just leave that a surprise. I think we should leave that really to be discovered as we go. Really travel into it with the spirit of voyage and all of that. And see if we're surprised, because I've told them all that they can have fireworks and toys and mounts and as much as they want, but what they've actually managed to pull off, I haven't asked. I'm just waiting to be entertained like the rest of you on that one.
Awesome. Right. I think we're almost ready to get into it. I'm very, very excited. Now, our contestants, armed not only with their weapons, but with flair for fashion, they will showcase ensembles that not only shield them in battle, but also tell a story. Each piece, each color, each accessory chosen with care. So let the runway rivals commence. May the boldest and most imaginative emerge victorious. So let's the competition begin. All right, okay. So we are heading to game now, Co. We've got our first one here. Oh my goodness me. What do we think?
Well, I mean, this is very much an interesting one, because this is something vaguely new to the game, isn't it? Is in terms of the red color for the Draenei, unless I'm very much mistaken. But I think it looks very well put together.
Yeah.
I'm no expert, but I particularly like a bejeweled tail that's going on over there as well, which is not a sentence I thought I'd ever say.
No, and there we have a wonderful little bit of movement there from the Draenei. I quite like the vials on the belt. I like that touch. Looks super nice.
Yeah, the Blood Hunter loincloth is one of those kind of... I wouldn't say it's new to the game, this kind of the different details to the belts, but there's those small touches definitely seem to be something that have been added to the game more and more recently, and to really bring these things to life. There's obviously not many showy, shall we say, pieces on the Mog, but that's not really the idea, is it?
No.
It looks super nice and really well put together. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I think I like the clean, minimal look. You've got everything placed on purpose, which I like. Now, if our wonderful cameraman can tell us who this person is today, maybe flash your UI on so we can see their name. because the judges are, of course, backstage getting the scores together here. I also like those piercing green eyes. That looks super nice. And they're the weapons out there. Oh my goodness, the fiery weapons.
Are they fiery? They're not really fiery, are they? Come on.
Ghost-like?
It's like I would say it's one of those things where it looks appropriate, which it's very hard to quantify. The color's fantastic. Obviously, with the appearance enchant on, which I forgot, Sinrath, perhaps that one from memory, and the bouquet of scarlet begonias in the offhand. Oh my goodness! All that definitely gone for a red theme. I think it's gone really nicely together. It's not that kind of in-your-face sort of real bright colors everywhere. Obviously, as you mentioned, the eyes, but when you have the kind of more matte tones, then the eyes really do stand out a lot more because of you just have one really bright feature, and I think that's actually really well done.
Absolutely. So this is Kizza Priest. For the judges here, Kizza Priest. We're going to head over to the judges now, and we're going to get their votes. Just making sure that they are ready. Almost there. Okay, here we go. We're going to head over now. So, judges. Here's our first one.
We are. Yes.
Here's our first one. And of course, we are marking them on originality, color use, theme for the first round. So, let's head over to Dalgan. Give me your score out of 10 for originality.
For originality, I have a 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10?
It is very unique. But that being said, it doesn't have that many pieces to judge on. So therefore, my score is still a 7.
Excellent. And color use?
Color use is going to be an 8.
Okay.
It does fit really well with the Draenei and the dark contrast of the Draenei. So
Excellent. Okay. And what about our next one, which is, of course, theme?
For team, it's also an 8. Again, it just fits the Draenei really well. I definitely like the sort of dark tones of the skin color of the Draenei.
Excellent. And now over to Wochi. Originality.
Hello. Yes, originality. I've scored a 7 alongside Dogen. There isn't much in terms of pieces to judge, but the overall theme reminds me. I might have been playing too much Baldur's Gate. It reminds me a little bit of Karlach. So that is the flavor of the month as well. So it is a good transmog put together with the pieces that you can get your hand on, and it showcases the new Draenei customization as well as.
Awesome. And color use?
Color use 8. Everything fits together in the theme. It is dark and red, alternating the white of the belt system and the weapon as well that has those red vibes over the aura of the weapon. Kind of fits very well. It looks like probably he's going for a blood priest type of theme.
Awesome. And lastly, theme.
The theme, as I said, is a solid 8.
A solid 8. Awesome. Excellent.
Solid 8 because it all fits like good together. So it's all good. Yeah.
The judges.
I do apologize if the dogs are barking sometimes, but I'll try to keep them quiet.
That's absolutely fine. Now, Bear, let's start with originality.
Originality, I went for 7 as well because I'm loving the belt and all the extra little pockety things, or the whatever they're called. I can't think of the word, but the belt is awesome, and then the pet goes with it. So I thought a 7 for that.
7, perfect. And color use?
Color use, I did 10 because everything matches.
Of course.
I mean, it's red, and the black goes with it, and you've got the pet that matches. It all matches. So yeah.
And lastly, theme.
Theme again is a 10.
Excellent.
For the same reason as I just said. But yeah.
Perfect. Well, thank you, judges. That seems to be pretty good scores all across the board, Co.
Yeah, it was a very strong start. I mean, the nightmare for this event is obviously you start off with the winner, but but I think everyone else is, even if Kizza does prove to be the winner, deserving winner she would be as well. I think there's enough variation in the mogs coming up to keep us all entertained. But yeah, a very strong start. Absolutely.
Right. Thank you, judges. We're going to go to the next contestant now. Thank you, Adam. Okay, so over to the next contestant. I'm very intrigued, as you said. Like, I hope we don't find our winner early on. Well, maybe we do, but I'm curious to see what next we're going to see. Okay.
Well, are we moving across? I'm still waiting for our beloved cameraman. Here we go.
Are. We have Valeria.
Okay. Yes, Valeria or Valeria. I don't know how to pronounce it. I should have asked, shouldn't I? But I actually got a bit. I reached out to all the contestants before and said, "Is there anything you want to mention about your character? Maybe just you personally, just for a bit of getting to know them." And they said to me that their character's name is Valeria or Valeria, depending. She was alternate universe version of Valeria Sanguinar if she got turned by Arthas instead of Sylvanas, basically. So there you go. Now you know.
Okay, awesome. I'm really liking the spikes, as always, and that pet as well, I think really adds to everything.
Yeah, it really does. Like, I wouldn't necessarily say it should go together, but it does. And I think that's one of the great things about seeing other people's transmogs and all of this. Maybe it's the hair that makes the white go with it. But once again, you have this idea of slightly more matted colors, and then those really bright eyes. This looks quite scary almost, with the helm of assassination, which is obviously the name of that. But from one pointy ear to another pointy ear class, what do you have to say about it?
Well, here we go. I'm going to be the advocate here. So I think it matches too much. There's too much consistency through the Mog. Thoughts?
I mean, it is the Fang Slayers set, right? But with extras. I mean, so that maybe it was something that the judges will have to take into consideration, as we are not the ones judging. Right?
Exactly,
so
exactly. But
don't hate me.
But saying all of that, the weapons and the eyes that match really, really tie it together. I do like this. Now, judges, we're going to head over to you. Let's see here. So, Valeria, yep. So we're going to start with Dalgan. What do you think? What we're going to give this out of 10 for our first category, which is originality?
I gave a 7 for originality. It is a great looking set. It fits really well, but I believe it is a full set. So I'm going to deduct some points from that. If I am wrong, it's not a full set. You can always let me know. I will bite my words. But originality is a 7 for me.
And color use?
Color use is a 9. It fits really, really well. I like it a lot. The eyes of the Blood Elf and the weapons fits. The tints of the skin and the tints of the armor fits as well really well. Same for the hair color. Just a really, really good color.
Awesome. And lastly, theme?
It's going to be an 8 for me. Again, really good looking set, but the fact that it is a full set, it's a little bit harder to judge. But yeah, overall, really great score. 8 for me.
Awesome. Wochi, over to you. Originality.
Hello, originality. As probably my Dogan already said, is a 7 for me as well. Is a known set, and in terms of putting together all the pieces, is probably the easiest one to fit together, because usually it's just the press of a button and the set appear on you, instead of just finding the actual pieces all together in one go. It feels like it is a full set, as we said. We probably should be detracting a little bit from that, in my opinion, at least.
Awesome. And next, we're going for color use.
Color use is all the same tint for all the set, which is okay in some consistency. But then you have the weapons that are red, and I would have probably chosen something that was either fitting a darker tint from matching the shoulder dark vapor that is coming out, or the silverish, bluish, and the black of the rest of the armor, to just find a match on that. So for me, that is the color use is gets a little bit less in terms of that.
Okay, and lastly, theme.
The theme for me was a 9 because it comes with a backstory. And if you can match a backstory to a theme of your set, that makes it much more powerful. So to me, it was the best part of all the set. It was what the character comes from, in my opinion.
Okay. Now, Bear, originality. Oh, you're muted.
That's a common thing on streams. I'm always getting myself.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, originality. I went for an 8. I know the others have mentioned that they're all one set, but I didn't know that. So seeing the marks on the legs looked really cool, and like the weavy things on the legs looked awesome. So that's why I went for an 8.
Okay, and color use.
Color use, I went for a 6 because the color. I'm sorry, because the color on the back piece, on the red on that, doesn't match the red on the weapons. So that's why I went for a 6. I'm sorry.
Okay, and theme.
Theme, I went for a 9 again for the backstory as well.
Excellent,
So it's
excellent.
fit together.
Wonderful. Well, I think that they are some really nice scores, Co. I think it's everyone's being really nice, or the judges are being nice, I think. So all the contestants should be really happy.
We'll see if they relax into it and start becoming more evil as we go along.
Yeah, definitely.
No, they're lovely people. They're honestly lovely people. But in terms of the matching, just quickly back to Bear here, do you not think that it's the red of the eyes that match with the red of the weapon?
Yeah, but then the red of the back still doesn't match because the reds are different colors.
I see what you're saying. Yes.
Sorry.
No. It's why we have our judges here. It's why we have them here. Right. Thank you, judges. We're going to head on to the next transmog now. Thank you, cameraman. Which is, of course, our wonderful community leader. Honestly, is going to head over to this next mog here. Now, I'm really excited to see the variety we're going to see. We got a little glimpse there. Oh, here we've got a Grizash the Smouldering. Oh my goodness. What do you think about this, Co?
Well, Smouldering is definitely the right title, isn't it? That's the other part of every good transmog, is most likely the title. I actually have a backstory for this as well. I don't personally have it. Grizash has a backstory for it. And they sent to me that I am Firak's first general. I guarded him while he took a bath in the Shadow Flame. I did wonder where it was going when he took a bath, but like that is the backstory. That is how we're going for it, and I have absolutely no idea, and have never had an idea how to pronounce what this weapon is transmogged into.
Okay.
Shalak?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure someone in chat
will be angry at me about it, most likely.
Yeah,
that's what's going to happen.
It is what it is. I love the fieriness of it. I love that sort of theme. I'm really a fan of that. I personally would go for something like this. Of course, I think we have a full set here as well, which I know the judges did mark slightly down on previously. But I'm really liking the story behind everything. And of course, this little pet, which we can see here, which matches. Very cute. A little scorpion running behind you.
I'm pretty sure this isn't a full set.
Oh, it's not. Oh my goodness. Okay, what we got here then?
No, so you have the pauldrons of the Onyx Crucible as well as the legs, but then you have Dreambound gauntlets, you have Harvester's Court slippers, you have Bestowed girdle, Cindereye tunic, so a Jewel of the Fire Lord, of course, for the headpiece. So I mean, this isn't.
It's not. My mistake. Maybe we can get a 360 of Grizash.
Yeah, can you turn around, Grizash? Give us a nice twirl, please. if we have a bit of stream delay, so we'll see what happens. Oh, here we go. Oh, very nice. There we go. It's turning around now.
You're very good.
I like it.
And there's the weapon. Oh, now I'm very curious that we haven't had any meme mogs yet, which is kind of which is interesting. I'm sure we'll get to them at some point. But now we're going to bring in the judges. Let's see here. So we've got Grizash, the Smouldering, Daugan, Originality.
I will give it an 8. Just that you mentioned that it's not a full set is very impressive. I would never have guessed that.
Nope.
It fits really well together.
Yep.
So yeah, definitely an 8 for me.
And color use?
Color use is a 7. It looks great again, but it's not that creative when it comes to color. It's just the same color, black and red and a bit of gold.
Sorry, I have to say, Grizash just blew us a kiss. Just blushing here. Sorry. Theme, please, Daugan.
My theme is going to be 7. Again, it looks great, but in every competition, there's always a fire person, and this is going to be a fire person, I guess. It doesn't blow me out of the water. But again, not bad, but nothing too special either for me.
Awesome. Now, Wochi, originality.
Hello, originality. Yes, 8. I concur with Dogan. The fact that it's not a full set is probably the best usage of all these pieces of gear here and there, but they all fit very nicely together. So, and is that probably you already said it, the helm is the one we got also from the Prime subscription. I think it is the horns that we got on the Firelands one. I think it was the head of the Prime donation one, the Prime sub one, whatever it was. Yeah, I like those ones because they are not really a helm, and there's not many like that, and it's quite a cool one. I do like that.
Awesome.
That setting.
And theme.
Yeah, color use. Yes,
color use. Sorry.
7.
Yeah.
Color use 7 because again, it's all red and black. There is not much in terms of variation on the theme. I know that he's going for a fiery general lord or whatever, but it's it is all fire. It is all red and black. So yeah.
Excellent. Well, thank you. And we're going to head over now to Bear. So originality.
Hang on, I have to make sure my mic was on mute again. Originality, I went for 8.
8. Okay.
Yeah.
And color use?
I can't remember the reason
sorry.
why I chose it. Oh, that's all right. Color use, I went for 8 as well because I liked the way all the fire blends together and the pet matches. That was why I went for an 8.
Of course. And theme?
Theme, I said 10 because they have their title as the Smouldering. They have fire everywhere. They have a weapon. Yeah, I just went for a 10.
Bear, you seem to be giving us extremes. It's either a 6 or a 10.
Well, stay tuned for the next one.
Thank you, judges. We appreciate you. Let's head over to our next contestant. Now, we've had a couple of sets here, Co, that seem to all be matching in color almost. Maybe we'll get some Mardi Gras sort of colorful characters. What do you think?
Let me just have a quick look around so I look like I know what I'm doing. Maybe, maybe in a couple, in 1, 2, 3, 4, but 5 characters time. Okay. I think.
Right,
it's my bet.
So here we have Mua, the ally of dragons, and can I just say I'm really liking this. It's really cool, you know, with the gun and the shades. I'm really liking this set. What do you think?
Well, a touring with a gun and some shades. Where can you possibly go wrong, right? With that. Once again, I have a bit of not really backstory in terms of RP, but they said to me the transmog I've chosen is basically an amalgamation from items from WoD and BFA with a weapon from Legion to symbolize his long track record adventuring. The sunglasses because he does it while looking cool. The Iskara tabard signifies his attraction to the faction, which ends with a little rhyme. So I mean,
oh my goodness,
where can you go wrong with that?
They've really gone all in. And as we can see, Bear's Adventures, I think Mua is part of Bear's community. So, of course, we'll talk to them about that. But maybe also our cameraman can give us a 180 around the character to see what the back's like. But what do you think of this earthy color tone? And maybe with that golden tint from the weapon and the glasses?
Yeah, it's much more of what you would call an adventurer's mog rather than the hero mog, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's the kind of, as you said, the earthy tones with a few. They're not really standout pieces, but there are pieces that stand out. If you know what I mean, like the Transmog Titan Strike weapon. When you have a weapon like that, perhaps on a character who's all glowy and showy, then it doesn't stand out as much. But when you have this mog, then it takes on a whole different, identity almost as to what it looks like. And obviously the gold of the weapon matches the gold of the sunglasses. I mean, if your weapon matches your sunglasses, then I think you're in for a good time.
Yeah, exactly.
But once again, it's not a full set. If that makes any difference to the judges' scores, absolutely not. So it's really well put together.
Excellent. So we're going to bring the judges back in here for Mua, the ally of dragons. Now, if this time you can go through one by one the categories and just reel them off as you come to the end of each one. So we've got here originality, Daugan. What are we scoring it at?
It's a 7 for me. It's a 7 because I think it looks fine again, but it's not really that impressive. Same thing for the color use, which I'll get back to when I talk about the color. But yeah, it isn't super impressive for me. It doesn't look bad either, but it looks like he just finished leveling through
Oh my goodness.
a Zoom, in my opinion.
Okay.
Again, no,
And head through the categories as you go. Yeah.
my color use is going to be a 6 for me. Doesn't look bad, except the tabard doesn't really match the other colors, and I think the gun doesn't match anything apart from his sunglasses. But it's a different shade of gold, and there's also some green in the gun, which is nowhere else on the Tauren. So it's a 6 for me. And then for theme, it's also going to be a 7. Again, nothing impressive, but not bad either, in my opinion. For a 7.
Thank you, Dalgan. I can see Bear making some faces there. Not too happy. Wochi, if you could give us your scores.
Hello. Yeah, for me, originality is a 7. Again, I'm following my predecessors and saying that it is okay. It's a good set, but it doesn't strike in terms of it is something completely out of the box. Color use for me, as Dogan said, the tabard kind of clashes a little bit with too much white, and the golden gun, as we said, matches the glasses. However, just because of the fact that we have a sunglasses sniper, for me the theme is an 8. That to me already feels he doesn't want the sun to hinder his shot. So that's to me an 8 for that just alone.
Excellent. Now let's on to the next. What we've got here from Bear.
This is really, really, really awkward because Moo is actually how you pronounce it.
Oh,
I can't believe
sorry.
I just called you Moo live on stream. Moo is one of my Care Bears, and I feel bad, but I love you, Moo. So I have for originality, I put down a 7. Just it has to be the glasses. I just love the glasses and the way everything blends together, which also ties in with color use, which I gave an 8 for, just because of the whole earthy vibe. And when he gave a 12, it all fits together. And then theme, I said 7 because there's no pet and there's no mount. I'm sorry, Moo. I love you.
Well, thank you, judges, again. The scores are in. We're going to head. Oh,
Let's just see if we can give Moo an opportunity for a mount. If you said there's no mount, so maybe we can.
Yeah,
I know
sure.
we said we'll do it later, but since Kiza started it, let's find out if there is a mount or a pet or something to go with it.
So yes, if you could give us your Mog mount, maybe it might sway a point or two. We'll see. What mount would you choose, Ko?
Oh wow, yeah. For Tauren, you have to choose something like that, which we've just seen pop up. We've just seen pop up on our screens. The biggest mount you can possibly
Oh
find.
my goodness!
Yeah, I see some nostrils.
Awesome. Well, hey, when it comes to the scoring move, maybe that's going to help you out. But let's head over to the next contestant now. Thank you, judges, again. Right, so it looks like, as we are zoomed out here, we can see that there is a panda ready for us.
We know who this panda is. Everyone knows who this famous panda is.
Do we?
It's Bear.
Oh my goodness, it's Bear. And here's Bear with almost a farmer sort of get up. Also with the red bow. I'm kind of liking the simplicity of it, though. I'm a fan.
Yeah, the only thing that you would have to is really well put together. The only annoying thing is that the bow clips through a hair at the back. It's obviously not our fault, right? Because it's just one of the model things, like we were saying earlier about if you have a human, you have an elf. The models just sometimes you just get away with it easy and nothing clips through anything. And unfortunately for this one, yeah, the bow kind of, yeah, there we go. Like you put it down by the side, nothing happened. Yeah, I really like it. I absolutely like it. We mentioned it before about having something on the belt as well, having the coin purse there on the belt, and obviously having a bit of feet showing, which is something that I heard you might be interested in.
Yeah. So moving on, I just have something to ask you, Ko. Now, Bear is one of our judges. I think we're going to have to go to producers here. We may have to just go on to the next. Or how is this going to work?
I didn't know I was being judged.
No, but it's great to see.
Neither.
Now I know how you all feel.
No, but it's great. It's great to see a transmog. We really appreciate it. It really looks cool. Now, contestants, you've seen the bar. I think we should go on to the next here. We've got, but thank you, Bear. Thank you for standing in. Here we've got, I've got Dalgan next. Okay, cool. Let's have a quick look at Dalgan's here. The Herald of the Titans with that wonderful staff glowing. Now,
Yeah, I mean, this is an amazing mock for me. I really like this. Obviously, he can't win, right, for obvious reasons. I'm not saying he would either, but I really like this. I especially I'm not sure if it's the gloves or the braces are hidden, so it must be the gloves. Like, it's just really, I guess the right word is magey. Like it's even the small details, like on the gloves having the. I'm not even quite sure what to call that symbol on there, but is great. The color theme is obviously, for me, fantastic as well. I think if you were to put together a mage, then this is pretty much the thing that you can aim for.
As you said, very magey.
Very magey.
Very
That's
magey.
my professional transmog opinion. Is very magey. Yeah.
Okay. All right. On to our next contestant, please, Mr. Cameraman. Thank you, Dalgan. We appreciate you. I see some feet though in the next one sticking out there.
You would.
Right. Okay. So, thank you for that. And here we are going over to the next contestant. This mug is Wochi, of course. Wochi the Thundering. This is another judge's mug. Now, this is really cool because it is setting the bar high for the rest of the contestants. This looks really clean.
Unfortunately, it's a full set.
Oh my goodness me.
So put me down.
Okay.
I know.
All right.
But there we go.
Oh, he's added something.
It will pop up in just a moment. We're a little bit delayed, but we will see. Oh, get ready for it. And there's the mount. Oh my goodness. It looks very good. So thank you, Wochi. Again, setting the bar higher, though it is a full set. So
yeah, it's a full set, so you can't say anything. But just I mean, he's got purple thundering horns, so that's a fantastic part. And he's wearing massive totems on his back. But like, let's just talk about let's get the judges to talk between themselves slightly about their mogs, because I think their mogs are all great and they have a chance to show themselves off or to complement each other.
Yeah.
Bear,
So,
what do you think about your fellow judges?
Oh, they did a great job, much
Think about
better than
my
mine.
Okay,
Oh,
Bear,
my.
sorry, what do you think?
I think they're awesome. But I don't know. I've been put on the spot. They're awesome.
Okay, Dalgan, let's move on.
I think they're all great in their own way. There's one is very simplistic, but very nice too. Definitely fits. And Woshi's one is also very cool.
Thank you.
You can feel it's completely not awkward now. They have to compliment each other.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Totally not awkward.
I know totally. I totally know that in Dogen's book I'm a 6, so it's fine for me using a full set.
He's
Alrighty.
just side-eyeing you the whole time, just silently judging you.
Okay, so we're moving on here to our next contestant, which is Kahunak. I believe it is pronounced Kahunak of the Thunder Bluff. And here we have also the banner behind, which is a nice touch, and the weapons here matching the body. What do you think, Ko? How are we feeling about this one?
I'm feeling pretty good about seeing this. Honestly, I think once again we've managed to stumble across a group full of people who are beautifully mogged, which is always nice. It's once again another more subtle, matted sort of color scheme. Where everything just seems to go really well together. I do have a bit of a backstory for this as well, so let me get into this. I am Kunak Thunderhoof of Thunder Bluff. My ancestors spoke of this day, the day when a starship would take me to a land of sand, rhyme again, for a competition of style. They said I would be amongst friends, and they were right. I'm honored to be here. Let me introduce you to my friend, Little Galley. I found him by his dead mother in Pandaria, and I have adopted him. He is now my best friend and has saved me from many foe.
Oh, and
And
here,
here's a mount as well.
yeah. Oh my goodness, this is so cool.
Let's quickly go through some pieces because you have the Sanctified Frost Witch's headpiece, which is particularly kind of morbid looking in a way in terms of the antlers on your head. But I mean, if you get charged by that, you're going to know about it, aren't you? The Scale Commencement Spolders as well. They're pretty nice looking things. What do you think is the standout piece of this set? I kind of really like, once again, we were talking about the sets from earlier, you have one piece that's really colourful that just draws your attention in.
Yeah.
And that has to be obviously the glowing start button on the middle of his belt there.
It's the glowing button, but that backstory has unlocked something else about this transmog, I think. I think I like the whole thing. The headpiece too, for me, resonates. And I think those eyes match that glowing belt as well. So there's something within this character, almost within the body of the Tauren here. So I'm curious to see what the judges will think about this. Let's head over to them now. Okie dokie doke. Let's head over. So judges, Dalgan, let us know what you think. I suppose think about that backstory as well, which was pretty cool.
Yes, I actually really like the backstory. It's definitely given me an extra point. I also really like the banner behind him. Definitely a really nice touch. For me, the originality is an 8. It's very original. It's also very impressive that those shoulders work on any race. So really good job on this one. For color use, I'll give it a 7. Again, it looks very nice. But the pieces don't really look that fantastic together in terms of color. I think every kind of color has a different kind of shades, and especially the weapons, they don't really fit, in my opinion. Team is going to be an 8. Again, very unique. Never seen this kind of theme before. Just great job overall. 8 points.
Awesome. And Wochi?
Hello. Yes, for me, as I said, originality with the story and the fact that the helm is very recognizable for me because he's the Shaman Ice Crown Citadel 25-man set, which he has a very deep connection with me. So everybody that wants to champion that headpiece, to me, always going to get points regardless. And the fact that he's actually using a bare chest makes the tattoos and everything else very much visible, which is not... You have the type of customization in the character creation, but you don't really have much of a use unless you are RPing, which now showing off the tribal tattoos is much better. Color use is an 8 to me because yes, it is not clashing. It's clashing a little bit with some of the tattoo, but everything else, stone, metal, and red, kinda goes in there. As well as we said, the theme as a sort of shaman coming from a distant place dropped here is to me another 8 from us.
Awesome. I wonder when we're gonna get our first 4. I wonder if that'll happen, Co. Right, Bear, what do you think about this?
I gave everything an 8, so all of them were an 8. So I liked how original it was, and I loved the backstory. The backstory just added that extra bit for me, and the color, everything just blends together. Like it's awesome, and I like the way the yellow eyes and the yellow belt. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
I like it. So yeah, 8s all across.
Excellent. Well, thank you again, judges. We're going to head to the next contestant now. Right. So, as I said, Co, when do you think we'll get our first low score? Because at the moment, everyone's doing such a fantastic job, and that's one thing too.
Well,
yeah.
I know the answer to that question, and I'm not going to tell you.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you. I do know the answer to the question, but let's continue for the next one. As I see some hijinks happening over in the corner. I think some of the competitors are getting a bit restless. So
right, Exalath here, the Darkener. We love this purple here. The colors really combine. You've got the shoulders there matching with that weapon glow, which is kind of sweet. What do you think about this?
I actually my initial thought was this has to be a full set, right?
Yeah.
And as far as I know, it's not. So you have the Moonless Trousers, Moonless Slippers, Belt of Arcane Storms, then you have Fingers of Incineration for the gloves, Queen of Showers dressing gown for the chest, back is the billowing sky drape, Mantle of Closed doors for the shoulders and demonic gladiator satin hood for the head. And then what do we have for the weapon here? We have Zalatath, Blade of the Black Empire. So it's obviously very purple.
Yeah.
To go with my professional opinion of it, it looks very magey. I'm going to say this looks very purple. Unless I've missed something, and this is basically just different names for the same tier, I think this is really well found at the very least to put them together.
Yeah, well found. And we've got those pets coming out there and the toys, which is pretty cool. Let's head over to the judges now and get their verdict on Exalath. Daugen.
I'm going to be honest, I'm not a big fan of this. Originality is going to be a 5. I've seen this transmog a million times. Not this particular one, but these kind of variations. Color is also going to be a 5. Nothing really fits, in my opinion. It's purple and nothing else. There's some different accents on the armor which don't fit. The belt doesn't fit at all. It looks like you came straight out of 2012, in my opinion. Team is also 5. Again, not the worst thing I've seen in my life, but definitely could be better. Sorry.
Oh my goodness.
I wanted to ask him what he thinks of my transmog. Why just run away quickly before he can inspect me?
Yeah. Thank you, Daugen. Wochi.
Hello. Yes, Xalath that is wearing Xalatath to me doesn't strike in terms of originality as well. So yes, I do feel that he's more, instead of being a transmog, it looks more a cosplay of somebody wanting to be Xalatath and trying to be as purple as you can possibly be. The color use, of course, is okay. It is all purple, so this is why I gave him a 6. And the theme, of course, it is a 6 as well, because as I felt, it's much trying to imitate somebody instead of being your original self. That's what I personally. So I'm sorry, Xalath.
Boxing gloves are on. Bear, what do you think?
So I have to disagree with the other two. I really like the purple. I think the purple all goes well together, and the different shades makes it not look boring because there's all sorts going on. So for colour, I gave it an 8. Originality, I did a 7 because I have seen it before. But because it looks good, I gave it a 7. And then the theme, they've got the title, The Darkener, and the eyes are all dark and gloomy. And the outfit has kind of darkish themes with purple. So that's, yeah, I was completely different to the others.
Excellent. Well, a wide variety of scores there. Thank you, judges. On to the next one here. And I got a glimpse of this next one, Co, and I'm a little bit nervous.
Well, obviously they have to be a guildie of ours, right? With a mog like this, it couldn't be anyone else's guild members. I don't know where to start, so I'm just going to leave it for you.
This is a almost like a superhero who made their own costume, right? They don't have any superpowers. They just wish they were a superhero, right? And they've stitched something together. I'm confused about the cup in the hand, I believe, along with that crazy shield, and of course the treasure chest on the back, just adding that extra flair to this mix.
The cup indicates how this mog was created and powered, I think. But I mean, maybe you've got to give it 10 out of 10 for originality, don't you? Really, if anything else. But talking about as a serious point, the left shoulder, I believe, is going to be the Holden of Swift Retribution, which brings me back to TBC gear, which is when people genuinely look like this. When you would have your clown gear, which is some green, some blue, some purples, and this is a clown gear mog.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at chat now. You guys are so funny. Someone said, potential winner, please God, I hate those gloves. Absolutely wonderful. The seagull does it for me as well. I think we're going to go straight to the judges with this one. Now, please, judges, let us know what you think. Daugen, you first.
So I think it is very brave of him to come into this contest with Transmog like this. So I'm going to give some points for originality. It's definitely an 8. Very original, and I think anyone has ever worn that piece of Transmog in this order. Very good job on this one. Unfortunately, the color use and team are definitely lacking. So that's my first 4. Both 4s.
Okay.
There's nothing else
So
that needs to
I'm
be said about the Transmog.
I'm surprised it scored as high as a 4.
Well, thank you, Dalgan. And as we can see, it's Barry, the companion to Ori there. Wochi, what are we giving this one?
Right. So I tried to make up my own story in my head about this transmog, and it came up with this is a kid that has the superhero day at school. So he asked his parent the night before to come up with a transmog, and the parent didn't know what to do, so he took out things from the cupboard, the things from books and other things, like wrapping paper from Christmas that was left over. So for me, in terms of originality, is a 10. Unfortunately, the color use is a 5, but as I said, the theme that in my head was failed superhero day at school, and I gave it a 7.
Wow, got some points on the board. Oh my goodness. Also to mention the title, The Fabulous. Fitting. Bear, what are you giving this one?
Oh, I really, really like it. Only because I got attacked by a seagull once. So I see him as the hero because he is rescuing me from the seagulls. So the little cup that he has in his hand, you said you didn't know what it was for. That's got food in it, so he runs with it, and then the seagulls chase him, and they don't attack other people. So he got a 10 for originality and an 8 for theme. But because the colours don't all match together, I went for a 4. But
Okay.
I loved it. It was Barry. Just the name Barry is awesome.
Yeah.
I loved it.
The fact that he got real points for this is absolutely hilarious. Thank you, judges. On to the next one. I'm sure this isn't the last time we're going to see Oridin the Fabulous. Okay. Rightio. Our next contestant here, coming up in a moment. Now, at this point, I do want to let everyone know that you can do exclamation mark Zygor in chat. And Zygor are giving our community a discount to use their services. We're very thankful to them for giving that out to us. So do go ahead and do that. Right, we've got Shizanza of the Iron Vanguard from Starship. I'm liking this. Now, I like the no helmet. I think that really adds to it. What do you think about this? And the belt, I think we've seen before, Ko.
Yeah, the belt we've seen before. I really like it. The only thing I would say is it's a shaman, which I'm not quite sure the shaman matches the staff, because the staff would be more like blood sort of magic or destruction. But maybe, I guess you could get away with it. I guess in the lore there's stuff for it. Obviously, it's the replica staff of Gul'dan. But the rest of it is beautiful.
Yeah, super
Honestly.
nice. Yeah, and
it's clean and crisp and amazing.
Looks really good. Yeah. Now, our cameraman has asked if we can also mount. If you have a mount as well, please pop on it, and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm liking everything. The weapon looks really clean. It's just a really great transmog. Now let's head over to the judges whilst Shizanza gets on the gets on the mount. Ooh,
it's a good mount choice as well.
That's a good choice.
A good mount choice. Yeah.
Dalgan, over to you. What do you think about this transmog?
I really like this one. Originality for me is going to be a 9, especially with the mount as well. Fits really well together. My only kind of minus points I have for this one is the staff, in my opinion, doesn't really fit. Even the color doesn't really fit all that well. It's the staff from Gul'dan. So in the lore kind of sense, it doesn't really make a lot of sense either. And the tabard is a bit too old. I get what the team is, obviously, but I think the tabard is a little bit too old for the rest of the mock. Apart from that, it looks really, really nice. I like this one a lot. So originality is a 9, color use is going to be an 8, and the theme is going to be a 9 as well.
Wow. Some big scores there from Dalgan. Wochi, over to you.
Hey, yes. In terms of originality, I have to agree with Dalgan. The stuff doesn't really match the rest of the thing. The thing I give it an 8 in terms of originality, despite that, because it is very hordish. You see, even without the tabard showing, you know that it is an old character by miles, because the spikes and everything, the rough look, the fur coming out of the shoulder, that's literally, you see it from a mile. Color use, as I said, 8. The theme, I give it a 9, just because of the mount alone. The mount gave me a Mad Max vibe
Yeah.
that fits with a rugged type of armor that you made up with scraps that you find in a post-apocalyptic world, and it's all very Mad Maxy, if you want. That is, if it is even a word.
Awesome. Thank you, Wochi. Bear, what are we looking at?
Sorry, Mike again. I went for originality. I said 7. I think it's awesome, but it doesn't jump out to me as much as the others. So that was why I said 7. Color use, I like all of the colors together, apart from the blue. I think it's blue in the middle of the chest. So for me, the blue kind of makes me look just at the blue rather than the rest of it. And then for the theme, I said an 8 because I like that there's the little blood pet, and there's also blood on the belt, so that they can collect little blood things and feed the blood as he goes. I'm all about the pets.
Ooh, that's a good observation there. Feeding the blood as they go. That's what Bear just said.
Because he needs blood to keep him moving. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you, judges, again. The blood boil, as we see there. Right, on to the next contestant. Hopefully. Yeah, sorry, Co.
I didn't think that Bear would be into blood magic. That's something I've learned today that I didn't think I'd hear.
Yeah, now we know.
No.
And of course, those who are just tuning in, this is, of course, the Runway Rivals. We have some incredible transmogs we're seeing today. This is just the first round, and we've moved over here to Countess... it's clipped through the name. Zithis. I really like this. Co, what are you thinking?
Well, they're saying something out loud currently. I don't think we've managed to catch it on the stream, so let me read it out for you. This is a dark and twisted version of my roleplay character, Zithis Shadowweb, usually an unorthodox druid devoted to Shadra. This is her turned... Oh my god, lore names. Sanlane?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah. We keep going. A scourge warlord raising the spiders she cared for in life as undead beasts to further her new schemes. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, indeed. Using blood magic to maintain the aesthetic of a living elf, using diplomacy and trickery just as much as her physical and magical strength.
Wow. Okay.
Do we have any more? We're waiting to see if there's any more coming, or if that's the end. It looks like it's the end, so let's continue. This is a mix of Dreambound gear and Harvester's Court stuff. Stuff being the technical term for this, of course. Some as Fearless Combatants chain armbands, Court Inquisitor's hood, and Warmongering Gladiator's energy staff, which I can't see currently. I think it's hidden somewhere on her person.
Okay, well, I'm really liking the blood almost oozing from the eyes, the dark eyes there, which matches slightly to the armor, right? The red on the armor, and then that little spider following them around. Oh, here's the weapon. Okay.
Yeah, this is kind of the opposite to what other people did, using the eyes as the standout feature to pull attention. This is having completely black eyes and therefore kind of giving more attention to the set itself. Yeah, I really like this as just a set that's been really well put together.
Yeah. I really like that
Did I
infusion of black, the black, gold, and red. Yeah.
Is a definite kind of color scheme they're going for. It's definitely crafted with love and attention. Although I have no idea if our judges will agree with me on that.
We'll see. Right, headed to the judges now. Dalgan, what do you think of this one?
I generally quite like the set. I also like the little novel they've written there. But I'm not super in favor of it. The staff as well doesn't really match at all, in my opinion. It's kind of ruined it for me. So originality is going to be a 7. Again, it's very original, but I've seen this one before. It's not that diverse in terms of pieces. Color use is going to be a 6. Again, nothing bad with it, but the tabard or the piece in the middle, I think that's the chess piece, is black, and it doesn't fit any other pieces apart from her eyes and her hair. And the team is going to be a 7 as well. Nothing awful, nothing bad either, but not really impressive in my opinion. 7.
Okay, and Wochi.
For me, this set is a 7 across the board, and I'm going to explain you why. If I look at this set, it doesn't tell me that he's a hunter, which it is. Correct? Yes, it is a hunter. To me, it looks like a vampire mistress. In terms of it is a type of armor that I expect to see in a Dracula type of character. There's the bats on the belt. There's a quite gothic look on the boots and on the gloves, and it feels like it's literally an armor, a battle armor for a vampire lord, or in this case, a vampire mistress, and but not of a hunter. If you hunter are more tribals, are more like skin, fur, bones, and everything else. This looks way too clean and neat to be a hunter, in my opinion. As I said, it's perfect as a vampire lord, and I like the fact that the black part is all in the center, so the black tabard, the black belt, and the black eyes attract the light into there, and you can see the red on the side. But as I said, as a hunter set, that doesn't really work for me. I like the backstory, but it doesn't really. If it was more spidery, then possibly. But if it's not, to me, that much.
Awesome. Thank you, Wochi. And Bear.
For me, I hate saying bad things. Originality, I said 6 because I've already seen those shoulders a couple of times already. I'm sorry. And the color use, I don't. The staff, the colors don't match, and the pet is a different color to what they're wearing. So I said a 6 for color. And theme, I said 7 because the backstory was awesome. But yeah, I'm sorry.
Thank you, judges. We appreciate you. Right, let's head on to our next contestant here. Now, I'm really liking these. We're having a lot of variation, Co.
There's a mount. There's a mount.
Oh, there's a mount.
There is a mount.
Here we go. Ooh.
Prestigious bronze courser.
Well, we'll see in the scores if that reflects. If there's some changes, really like those feet there with that sort of ghostly spirit coming off them. Very, very cool.
Yeah, we'll see if the judges update the scores at the end. Let's keep things moving.
Yes.
Fresh and fast.
Right, on to the next one, please. Thank you, Sithis. Rightio. So it looks like, and I can kind of see them as we go over here, we have a little bit of a farmer with a spider and a cow. And a scarecrow.
Yeah.
Farmer Rochel. So, Co, what do you think about Farmer Rochel?
Well, let me tell you a little backstory. I chose to dress like a farmer because I'm not happy with how troll male fits on some transmogs. But I work a lot on this transmog, and some people think it's a meme mog, but it's not. I have mounts, pets, and multiple toys to show. I think we need more mogs like this. Not everyone can be a hero or an adventurer. Some people have to be farmers.
Exactly. Some people
they don't have to be farmers, right? But you know what I mean.
Yeah, some people have to sort of till the land. Right, judges, we're going to head straight over to you. Dalgan, what do you think about Farmer Rochel?
I like Farmer Rochel a lot. Very original. Also, genuinely love the mog as well. It's very simple, but very believable as well. I love the little backpack too, little hat, and of course the mount they're on right now. Definitely a really good job. Originality is going to be an 8 for me. Color use is going to be an 8 as well. And then the theme is going to be a 9. Very original. Good job in general.
Really good across the board there. Wochi?
For me, originality is a 9 because trying to rock a farmer look is not easy, and this troll is doing it perfectly. color use is just an 8, not because there's anything bad with it. It's because there isn't much in terms of color you can judge, but the colors that are there are good. And they are farmer colors. Everything is perfect. And theme, of course, has to be a 10 for me, because the cow, the scarecrow, the tiller, look of the weapon, this is great.
Excellent. And Bear.
I think it's epic. Epic. I mean, I go around with a lumberjack shirt, so the only thing that's missing for me is the lumberjack shirt. And if there was a lumberjack shirt, there would have been more. But originality, I have 10, because just look at it with the crow and the scarecrow and the cow and everything. So it's a 10 for originality. And because of the backstory, because I also understand that it's hard to find transmogs being a panda. So yeah, I get it. So 10 for that. Color use, I said an 8, just because I think it needs a little bit of lumberjack shirt there. So that was why. And then theme, I said 10 as well, for more or less the same reasons that I said before.
Awesome.
Yeah, I really like it. It's awesome.
That yes, I'm a big fan of this one too. All right, thank you very much, judges. Now we're going to head over to the next one. Of course, we did see the mount. It was a wonderful donkey, I believe. Co, are you a fan of donkeys? You've been to a donkey farm before?
No, I'm banned from donkey farms.
Oh, well, we'll leave that there, I suppose. Okay, right, next transmog here we have, in just a moment. Ooh, again, a very simplistic transmog. I can see this as a sort of like an adventurer, and I like that pose there, with that very simple weapon as well. This is something that I would probably put on, to be honest, and with the B. What do you think, Co?
I think from what they messaged me and what I know of them, I'm not quite sure if they meant for this to be a meme mog that accidentally managed to be a mog, or what happened, because they just sent to me, "My transmog is yellow, man!" Exclamation mark.
Right, and of course, this is Rawley the Fearless. With the wonderful dance there, we're going to head straight to the judges. Judges, what do you think of Rawley the Fearless, Daugen?
Well, Yellow Man surely is yellow, but not quite yellow enough for me to make it a good original score. So originality is going to be a 5, unfortunately. Not very original. I think all those pieces dropped from Redbridge Mountains, in fact.
Right.
Color use is going to be a 4. Again, nothing matches. It's just all over the place. It's yellow with tints, I guess. And theme is going to be a 5 as well. It's yellow, but just yellow, nothing else.
All right, okay. Wochi.
Right. I don't know. I mean, it's yellow, but not enough. It's basic, but not enough. There's a B, but even the B is not fully, it's not very visible in this case. But yeah, it's just yellow. It kind of matches the chess piece, but it's yellow. It's a yellow mug. I gave a 5 across the board.
Okay.
Because I gave a 5 across the board because on the spreadsheet you gave us, the 5 is also colored in yellow. So I just tried to match the score with the transmog.
Okay. All right, Bear. What are you giving Rawley?
I hate to say it, but I did yellow for the same reason. I did 5s all across because it was all yellow. So yeah, I said 5 for originality, 5 for colour use, and 5 for theme because it's yellow, and it was marked in yellow. But yeah, nothing really jumped out or stood out. Although I do admire the bee because I do love the bees. But yeah, I'm sorry, just a 5.
Well, thank you, judges. Rawley keeping spirits up there with a dance next to the bee.
Dance is the best bit.
That's all we can ask for, really. Okay. Well, on to... Oh, I think a mount might be coming. Here we are. And, all right. Okay. I think we better...
The mount is yellow.
Yeah,
But
we better...
not too much.
Yeah. We'll move on to the next contestant. Thank you very much, judges. Rightio. So, Rawley there with... We'll call it a meme mog. Let's call it a meme mog.
Yeah, somewhere in between. It's definitely a mog.
Someone said bravo in chat. Okay, we've got Starfly here from Let Him Cook. I'm liking, again, the simplicity. I'm not sure what the judges are going to think of this, but I really like it, to be honest. And here comes out the glowing weapons.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a Spellfire Longsword as your mog, I'm going to like it. That's just the rules for me. I've always liked that weapon.
With the weapon
not
out.
even It's not even a Star Wars thing that it looks like a lightsaber. I just genuinely really like it, especially for casters, because I don't know. I kind of liked having it as melee, but it's not quite the same feel.
Yeah.
Possibly, if you're going to say anything, I'm kind of trying to channel my inner judge here. You could possibly say that the purple in the front and the purple at the back are different colors, different resolutions due to the expansions they were released in.
Yeah.
But I really like it. This is the proper version, I think, for going for a color theme mog. You have enough different colors, enough ways to break it up. It's not just Yellow Man, really.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, and also they're 1500s and two. So it hit me up. I have a priest. Let's go. Push 1600 after this.
Oh my goodness. Now looking at chat, someone said something that I do agree with. They like how the face lights up when the weapons are out, and I think that's also another really cool thing about this transmog. But we're going to take this to the judges. Judges, what do you think about this one? Let's start with Daugen.
Very original. Again, I don't think anyone would pick this mock, in my opinion. It's a 5 for me, originality. Nothing too impressive. Color use is going to be a 6. It's just purple and white. The hood and the cloak don't even match the rest of the transmog. And the theme as well is going to be a 5. Nothing too impressive. You also have a weapon which doesn't match at all. It's very bright. It's very blinding. And if you wouldn't see the blinding sword, then you would have to gaze upon the transmog itself, which I'm not sure which one is the better option there. It's also 5 for theme for me.
Oh my goodness, we found our Simon Cowell. All right, heading out now to Wochi. What do you think of this mug?
Actually, I'm gonna change slightly my vote to a 6 for the originality, because there are not many transmog that do well the white, which is okay. I like the fact that you're using the opera gloves in white to cover the arms, because usually I think robes like that are sleeveless most of the time. So having that option as well is kind of cool. But then again, going to the color use as a 6, there is white, which is of course the predominant one. There's 2 different shades of purple, and then there is black. And until when she has the weapon out, I couldn't even tell it was black if it was like a different color, so because of the reflection. I believe that it matches more the pet than the actual mount, the actual weapon. Also, for the weapon, I would have used a book instead of an offhand like that, because I think it was matching a little bit more the theme, which I gave only a 7, in honestly.
Okay, thank you, Wochi and Bear.
So I like it. I love Star Wars. So the fact that it has the Star Wars vibe, I'm all over it. So they're called Starfly, so it has to be something Star Warsy. And then the lightsabers, if they could demonstrate the lovely lightsabers. I like the way the whole thing lights up. So I went for color use, 8, because of the way the colors on the pet match the colors on what they're wearing. Yes, there's different color purples, which is why it's only a 8 and not higher. But it's hard to match all the purples with the outfit that they're trying to pull off. And then I did originality was 7, and then theme was 8. So yeah, Star Wars for the win.
Right, Bear coming out with those nicer numbers than the other 2. Oh my goodness. All right, well, thank you, Starfly, and of course, we'll just let you cook and on to the next contestant. Thank you, judges. Okay, wow, that was we definitely found the Simon Cowell, but I think that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. We all need one in our lives, don't we?
Yeah, for sure. You're mine, Co. You know that.
Yeah, well, I mean,
There we are.
I'm just glad I'm useful.
Here we have Inquisitor Lissat of Chill Knights of Azeroth, there with a nice spin to show us everything, the tail as well. Here we go here with this all red mog. Well, we've had this a few times, and same with the sort of that back transmog there. But I really like the helmet. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I think if you really zoom in on the proper detail of the helm, then it's a really nice piece. It's just then, I guess, if I hadn't seen so many before with the same mantle of crimson blades, then maybe I might be a bit more like, wow. But we've seen it what, 3, 4 times already. But that doesn't really take away from the fact that I do like it. It's probably better than anything I could do, so I'm not going to criticize it too much. But I do think I'm gonna just defer to Daugen for any criticism. I think it's a nice, well put together mog, and I'm waiting for Daugen to review it as a 3 out of 10.
And someone in chat as well just said, Wochi just jealous. He doesn't get many mog drops. Anyway, so judges, start with Daugen. What are you giving Lissat?
Now, it's not a 3 out of 10 I would give him for originality. I would give him a 4 out of 10. It's just nothing special. It's just a bit all over the place. The helmet doesn't fit anything, in my opinion. I think the helmet comes from Mr. Pandaria, and the rest comes from like Shadowlands or something. Again, those knives at the back are very nice, but they don't fit anything. The chest piece and the legs and the belt itself doesn't fit at all. The gloves doesn't fit. So originality 4, color use is going to be a 6, and theme is going to be a 5.
Okay. All right. Now, Wochi.
Oh boy, I've been called out of being Simon Cowell. They were not gonna like this then. So originality, I gave it a 4 because it doesn't look like a shaman, and it should be a shaman. It should be nature, electric. It is a bit fiery, but it's more looking like blood than fire. So that's a no from me. I'm sorry. Color use, of course, it all fits well as a color. But then again, the helm. I think that's the first boss of Firelands drop. The salamander with the dogs. That he dropped, the one with the eye patch. I'm not a fan. I'm sorry, and the theme overall is a 4 for me. So I do apologize, but it doesn't fit well with me. Sorry.
Right. Thank you, Wochi Cowell. On to Bear.
Yeah. So I went for originality as 8. So yeah, I've seen the back piece before on other people, and I've also seen the outfit before. But if you go from the hands up to the head, it all like joins in nicely. So it's like it all links nice. So that's why I thought 8 for that. And then color use, I said 6, just because the purple in the belt in the middle kind of throws it off for me. And then the theme, I said 5 because yeah, there wasn't a backstory or pets or any bits and bobs, unless you have a mount or something that you want to.
We might see a mount come out in just a moment. Of course, to all our contestants, we do have obviously the second round where you get to display your Marg with your cool pets and toys and things like that. So all hope is not lost, even with these scores of 4 and 3 and things like that. Okay, right. Let's see if Lissat can give us a mount.
There is a mount. Oh, midnight. Okay, well, there we go. That's a flex.
I think we're slightly delayed on stream here, so let's have a look. And there we have it. Okay. Well, we'll see in the scores if that changes anything. But thank you, Lissat. We appreciate your mug here. So we're going to head on to our next. Thank you, judges. Head on to our next transmog here. As we are coming to our last section of transmogs. Ooh. Okay. Let's see who this is. This is Predator Backer from the Starship community. I like the red and the green, fiery glow. This looks pretty good to me. Maybe, though, the judges might not like that there is one fiery weapon. What do you think, Ko?
I was about to say I think the judges are. Well, I mean, it's not our job to guess the judges, is it? So I'll let that be its own thing. It is incredibly shiny, right? And I think that's what we were talking about a bit earlier between the hero mog and the adventure mog, right? This is definitely going for a proper full-on hero mog. I believe quite a lot of this is set, or is it not? Maybe Backer, you can tell me. Is because I can't quite load my mind. Is most of this from a set, or is it not? That's the one question I would have moving forwards. But obviously, Twin Blades of the Deceiver, and if any of you were here last time, we are big fans of the offhand warglaive here at Starship.
Yeah. Right. Thank you, Co. We're going to go straight to the judges and let's see what they have to say about it. Daugen, what do you give here to Predator Backer?
For originality, it's going to be a 7 for me. I believe it is a full set. I'm not sure. If it isn't, then good job. However, a lot of the Demon Hunter sets are usually the kind of same color. It's always very flashy, so it's not super impressive when people come with flashy transmogs as a Demon Hunter. Again, doesn't look bad at all. I like the colors. The colors are going to be a 7 as well. And the theme is also going to be a 7. Again, nothing too special. It's a Demon Hunter transmog, like any other. There's a million of them. But nothing bad either, just 7s.
Awesome. Wochi.
Well, for me, it's a 7 on originality because we said it. Demon Hunter doesn't have much original color schemes attached to their class. It's mostly fell related. So the originality sits there because not because of the work that this player has made, but because the limited pool of original transmog just for Demon Hunter, because of course they share ladder with other classes, but they don't really fit a Demon Hunter, so the Demon Hunter has to look into the Demon Hunter class, and being only 3 or 4 expansion young, they don't have much. But for the color use, even though there is one warglaive that is orange, I gave it an 8 because we all know the struggle of identifying left and right. So we know that the left one is the orange one, and that's perfectly enough for me to remind myself which one is left, which one is right. Theme is good, as good a solid 8. The pet matches, the mount matches, everything else matches. It's a nice mog.
Excellent. And Bear.
For me, for originality, I scored it higher with an 8 because the whole point is you're trying to be original, not copying everybody else. So the fact that they don't have both green weapons, that they have an orange and a green one, I think that makes them original. So
Okay.
I've scored them an 8 because of that. Color use, I've done 6. Probably it'll go against what I've just said, but because the colors don't match. And then theme, I've said an 8 because the pet and the mount and everything goes together.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, Backer, and thank you.
Cool name.
Yeah, cool name. Right. Thank you, judges. We're going to head on to the next one now. As we go over to the next contestant, I want to let you know that we are partnered with Safe in Our World, a mental health charity, which you can donate to right now in chat. And we would appreciate that. It's a really great cause, and we're happy to partner with them through these events. Right. Here we have Brewmaster Xiao. Am I saying that right, Co? Oh my goodness.
I have no idea. Well, I just know him as our beloved raid leader, and I kind of want him to carry me next tier, so this is a 10.
Oh my goodness me. I'm sure he will say in chat how to pronounce the name, but looking at this chat here, the Brewmaster, of course, I've only really seen this character from the back healing them, but I'm really liking the plaid top. It really matches the weapon. Do you see that sort of blue on the weapon as well? I quite like that.
I do. I'm glad that you said healing them at the end of that sentence, but I think that once again the lumberjack theme coming through is going to really appeal to one of our guest judges. That's absolutely for sure. And the blue and the black, I think it looks great. I'm wondering what our judges are going to say about the boots being a slightly different black, which is my main concern for his sense of self-esteem here with this mog. But this is also a nice mount he's managed to pull out. Obviously, if you know much about him, he loves otters, so an otter mount.
Yeah, really fits here. I know you mentioned about the boots, but I think personally I really love them, and I'd really love it if I got the first healing trinket in the raid. Okay, going on to the judges here. Daugen, what do you think of our Brewmaster?
I think it looks really, really nice. It's very original. Something I've never seen before, in fact. I like the colors as well. I like the lumberjack shirt and the belt and the pants. They fit really well. Not the biggest fan of the shoes. They don't really fit. They also stick out a little bit. It's a different shade of blue. And also not a big fan of the headpiece. It doesn't really fit either, but in the bigger picture, it looks really nice. So originality is going to be an 8. Color use is going to be an 8. And theme is also going to be an 8.
Okay, pretty good scores across the board. Wochi.
Yeah, for me, the originality is going to be an 8 because it's the first time I actually see a monk using normal clothes for the chest piece as an armor. So it is kind of set him a little bit apart from other monks that usually go for the usual Oriental style type of clothes, because of course how the class plays and such other things. Color use to me, yes, besides the boots that are a little bit off, to me it's a solid 9, because it all fits very nicely. The weapon end fits nice with the checkered shirt, which also fits with everything else, which is a cool ensemble. And for the theme, yeah, you have a monk wielding a gigantic stick with a bucket at the end. That's kind of fitting. I give it an 8.
Cool. And Bear.
I said originality as a 9 because I thought it was really cool. Because again, I don't even know what that weapon is, and I kind of need to look at you after this is finished so I can go and get it myself. So that's really cool. Color use, I've given it a 9 because lumberjack shirt. And because it all goes together, obviously, because it has to, not just bias. And then I have said for theme a 7, only because I feel that the little pet that's with you and the mount that you put to go with it didn't really go. So yeah, that's where I marked a little bit down. But yeah.
Okay, well, thank you very much, judges. Well, my monk just has pants and a stick, so this is definitely better. Thank you very much, judges. On to the next tier. Wonderful scores across the board there for our raid leader. Let's see if we can get up in those loot tables. Right.
Yeah. Did you say your monk just has pants and a stick?
That's correct. Yep, she does.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So heading on to our next tier, we have Jural, the Archmage. Look at those classes.
Was this? It's not pronounced Uriel.
Uriel.
Yeah, I mean you can tell me. I have my what I think it is, but I don't know. I always thought it was Uriel.
Okay, so these glasses here, I'm a big fan of. I'm a big fan.
Dazzling spectacles.
It looks like I'm going to learn something, Yep, teaching me.
Yeah, well,
Yep.
Yeah, they just said that they're a librarian. I work at the halls of the Guardian. Oh, this is great. No main hand weapon as part of the librarian sort of thing, right? Because you don't really see many armed librarians these days.
No, and they don't need a weapon. Their weapon is the book,
Yeah, I mean, if it's big enough and you slap them some hard enough, then it does the job.
Exactly. Let's go straight to the judges here. I'm very curious to know what they think of this one. Dalgan, what do you think of this transmog?
As a fellow mage, I can surely appreciate this transmog. It looks very nice, very original. It looks like she came straight out of Dalaran to be here, which is also the team. So good job on that. I love the book as well. It really sells it for me. Not the biggest fan of the belt personally, especially if you're going to be a mage. I don't think the Ouroboros belt is very fitting, but very good job overall. Originality, color use, and theme are all going to be an 8 for me.
Wow. Okay. Wochi, what about you?
Well, I give it a 9 for originality because, of course, this is entirely an RP set with, of course, the lack of main weapon. This is purely an RP set, which is very original. I like the fact that she has a lantern for the nights spent in the library to shed a light, the double light actually, because there's the orb and the lantern with it. The book is fitting perfect. The mount as well was in theme with the color scheme, which has an 8, and a general a 9 overall for the theme of the librarian. And to me, the addition of the glasses, it's all very nicely fitting together.
Wonderful. And Bear?
I said 8 for everything.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's just really, really cool. And I wish that I had that transmog. I also love the book. The fact that she's a librarian is awesome, and the little lights as well. Just for when it's dark, she doesn't
Yep.
want to burn them with fire. So yeah, the lights are cool.
This is a
I
good for all those doing the transmogs. This is a good theme here of backstory. Goes a long way in these transmogs. I just want to point out someone in chat saying they look like they'd kill you for bringing back a book late. So yeah, ponder on that one. Thank you, judges. We're going to head on to our next contestant here. We just have a couple left. And I'm sure they are going to be some of our best. Fingers crossed. Let's see. Before we head on into a small break. But thank you very much. And I won't bring my book back late. I promise. Ooh. Hold on a second. I like
What are we
this.
holding on for? Oh, we're holding on because you like it. I was like, oh my goodness, technical difficulties. Yeah, this is brilliant. I'm pretty sure they have green scaly armor to match their dragon form. Can we get a switch back and forth between the forms here, Veronicas? Because this could be something quite special.
Yeah.
Oh, they went for it. They've gone for it. Let's see what the judges say about whether it works or not. I have my idea of if this works. I think this is special.
I think one thing they might mention is the different reds that we're seeing in the weapon, in the armor, and then on the shoulders. Could potentially be something, but I'm in agreement with you. I think this is really cool. Let's head straight to the judges here, and let's see what they think. Dalgan.
I like it in general. I like the visage form a lot more than the tracked fear form. Again, I like the style, I like the colors, but the colors don't really match. The belt doesn't match anything. The chest doesn't really match anything either. But I like the gloves and the shoulders on the visage. It looks very nice. The staff isn't the best choice, I think. But overall, it's pretty decent. I give originality, color use, and theme all 7s. Good job.
Okay, nice. And Wochi.
Right, on this one, I gave an overall 7 on all the 3 categories. Because, yes, the visage form is the better of the two in terms of ensemble, but the greens that have been used a little bit, one is lighter, one is darker, and I believe there is a little bit of dark black in the chest that doesn't really match with the other things. I like, as probably Dogan just said, I like more the visage, I would say human form than the Draktyr form, because we all know that the Draktyr form always have some sort of issues with transmogs in general. It's not a bad effort. It's just a little bit. There's some tones of the colors that are not really matching together. That's my opinion in here.
Okay, and Bear.
When I first saw it, I was like, "Oh my god, this is amazing!" So I've given a 9 for theme because I thought it was just really, really cool. Color use, I marked it as a 7 because of the silver that's on the weapon. It just kind of ruined it a little bit for me. And originality, I said 7 as well.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really cool. Really good.
I do like this mug a lot, and I think Code does too. Well, thank you, judges. We're going to head to our next contestant here. We're going to go on through in just a moment. At this point, I do want to say we are partnered with Glitch Energy. We're very, very happy to have them on board and to be sort of associated with us here for this event. As we see our next contestant, this is cool. This is, who we have here? Foolish Master. Blackwing's Bane from Starship. This very golden theme with the hints of red. What do we think about this one, Ko?
Well, like most of them so far today, I like it, but if that means the judges like it or not, it's going to be something completely different.
True.
So, yeah, I mean, it's really difficult, obviously, as they were saying before, to get the two versions, let's say, of the character to match. But I think our two Draktyr entrants so far have really pulled it off to probably the best that the game is going to allow you to do. There obviously be limitations. to that in the actual mod itself. As far as I'm concerned, the things to point out is obviously they have the legendary as well. They have the current legendary.
They do have the current legendary, which dropped for them and none other, no one else.
I'm pretty sure they're the only person in our guild with it. That's definitely for sure.
They look.
That, I don't know. There's nothing really to add. Maybe you could say the red in the shoulders, the fiery red in the shoulders, match the fiery red in the weapons.
Yeah, so I'm a fan of the royal look. It looks quite royal when they go to the human form, which is kind of cool. This mount, not really sure where that sort of matches, but maybe there is some correlation there. I'm just a big fan of this.
The human form is a bit like Anduin grew up and become a dragon.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm a big fan of this personally because I want all the buffs in the raid. Right, okay, let's head over to the judges here. And we're going to... so judges, let's start with Dalgan. What do you think of this one?
I think it's very original. I like the set in general. I think it looks very kind of regal, especially the visage set form. The Draktyr form, not a big fan of, but I think in general it's quite hard to pull off any Draktyr transmog. But in general, I quite like it. Not so sure what you thought about the cloak there. I'm not sure what your thought process was when you equipped that one. Also, the legendary doesn't really fit either. It's a completely different color from the rest. But I do like the kind of black tints on the chest piece and then on the side as well of the legs. So originality is going to be an 8. Color use, unfortunately, is going to be a 6. And then the theme is going to be an 8.
Excellent.
I think though, if you get the current legendary, you're not going to transmog it off, are you? I think
so it's more of a flex than I see.
Yeah. And I feel like it's pointed toward our other evokers. Anyway, Wochi, what do you think?
Yes, hello. Originality, yes, I concur with Dogan, and it is an 8 for me because it's quite a. I love the shoulders that are from the dragon sets that we have on in Dragonflight. So it's very cool. I like the usage of the book. You don't see many using books as Draktyr, as at least transmogs. Color scheme, unfortunately, is a 7 for me because, as Dogan pointed out, the yellowish tint of the legendary doesn't match any of the other red bits that we have. We have a fiery books, we have globes on the shoulder, so it kind of fit everything else, but the legendary then is there being yellow because it's a flex. But overall, the theme to me is an 8. I like. Actually, I kind of have to take down a point because the mount is blue. And they kind of ruined to me the entire. So unfortunately, the team for me now goes down to a 7. I do apologize. The mount in blue didn't really fit, in my opinion. I'm sorry.
Wow. We let him cook and it lost him a point. All right. Bear, what do you think of this?
I thought it was really cool, and I loved the way he was playing to the camera with throwing the things into whatever the spell is. I don't play one, so I don't really know what it's called. But yeah, all the cool things that were going into the camera were really awesome. So for theme, I said 8. Color use, I said 7, because everything blends together. It's really cool. And originality, I said 8 as well.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Right. Thank you. And on to our next contestant. We, I think, we have 3 left, I believe.
We have 5, and then
we have 5.
We go into our 5, and then we go into our bit of a break for those of you planning to run to the toilet.
Yes. This looks like a superhero out of something like The Boys or something like that. I'm a fan of this one. We have Shara of the Nightfall from Frozen Sunset. The blues here, it's just that chest piece maybe the judges might have an issue with. I'm not sure. But I'm liking the pet as well. That really goes with this mog. And the awesome aura around Shara here is cool. What do you think?
I have a horrible feeling that the judges aren't going to like it, but I do like it. let me have a quick sneak peek at what the judges are putting in, so I can modify. Yeah, I really like it. Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
Oh my
100%. It's
goodness.
brilliant. Yeah, I really like the originality of it. Yeah, I don't have my own opinion, no, but genuinely, I really like it. I really like that back. I think with all the special decals flying around, I think it's, in my opinion, the best in the game that
Really
you can
cool.
get. Yeah, the going for the flowers on the headpiece, the blue eyes to match with the rest of the blue in the set. I think the colors match quite nicely all together. I was a bit concerned, as you were saying, the blues in the chest and the legs, but I guess if you kind of have all the same color blue for the chest and the legs, it will make you look a bit like a Smurf. So that's probably the reason why. If you just have the same color blue everywhere, it kind of doesn't look the same. So I think the splitting up kind of looks honestly really on point, really nice.
Okay, well, we're going to go to the judge here. Judges, Dalgan, let us know what you think.
I like this one a lot. I love the color. I love the little decals flying. I love how the cape and the decals matches the shoulders and the headpiece. Looks really, really nice. Not the biggest fan of the pants, but I do understand why you don't want to go one color. I do wish there was something else you could have done with the pants. But in general, I like this one a lot. Really good job on this one. Originality is going to be an 8 for me. Color use is going to be a 7, mainly because of the pants. It's such a big piece that doesn't quite fit the chest, at least. And the theme is going to be an 8 as well. Looks very pretty.
Excellent, thank you. And Wochi.
Right. Let me double check what I wrote because I was looking in more details at the screen. I put an originality as an 8 because as priests, you usually are associating priests with tunics. You don't often see them just wearing normal pants, trousers, however you want to call them according to the country. But I like the fact that he's trying to be different, which is commendable in here. Color use, I don't really mind the fact that the chest is a different shade of blue. I think that it fits very well with also the weapons that he's using. It's all a nice palette of blue, which all fits nicely together. And in terms of theme, as I said, as a 9 as well for me. I like it. I like this set.
Awesome.
It is different.
And Bear.
It's so pretty. I love it. The eyes on the pet with the eyes on her, they go together, and all of the colours combined, and all of the swooshy stars. And I like that there's no the pants that go with the star set thing. They're bright blue at the bottom, so I'm really glad that they didn't use it. So, where have my scores gone? Wait, what were their names again? I've lost my place on the list.
This is Shara.
You gave Shara an 8 for
I
originality.
did. There we go. I found them. 8 for colour use, and then 9 for the theme.
Wow, some big scores there for Shara, but I think definitely they deserved it. Okay, on to our next. Thank you, judges. Our next contestant here. I'm wondering if we're going to get any more meme mogs, or if
I don't think there are any more meme mogs. I think most of our guild is over, and therefore there goes the meme mogs. Other than our next entrant here.
Let's see here. Let me try and get this name right. Elissa Vita. Something like that.
Let's go for it. I have a backstory again for this one. So Elissa Vata, I guess like Elissa Vata, I guess, but with a V, is a Bulgarian girl's name which means light, fair, and royal, appropriate for a priest. Being of golden eyes, she's considered one of the most powerful within the Night Elves. She has been a disciplined priest since TBC, but recently met a fire mage and really liked what she was about. So was inspired by her. Her pet kitten Fiery sits by her feet night and day, keeping her company, and her mount companion Paws keeps her safe from harm, riding her away from any danger, like the true priest that she is, running away from any danger.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, I like the backstory. Judges, let's go straight to you. Dalgan, what do we think about this transmog here and the story behind it, really?
I quite like the backstory. It's always nice when people generally make backstories for these kind of transmog that they use. For the transmog itself, it's not perfect. It's a bit generic. The shoulders match quite well with the kind of dress, but I believe that's just one set. That's why it matches. The staff doesn't match at all. It's a completely different color from the rest. And also, I don't know what the cloak, what the meaning of the cloak is, but not the biggest fan of the cloak. It doesn't fit at all, in my opinion. Nothing awful, but it could definitely be better. Originality is going to be an 8, especially for the backstory. Color use is going to be a 7, and the theme in general is going to be a 6 for me.
Excellent. And Wochi.
Yes, for me, originality is 7 because you usually see that set that uses for the orangey feathery one is usually all used in one go, and seeing it broke down in other pieces is nice to see. But unfortunately, it doesn't really fit with everything else. And actually, especially here in Ankaraji, the only thing you actually see here is the shoulders and the gown, and because they drawn your eyes on the light bits, and you can't really see what he is wearing on the chest or on the boots. This is why color use for me is a 6. Also, as Dogan said, the stuff doesn't really match the rest of the color scheme. Overall, the theme with the backstory and everything for me is also a 7. So it is a good attempt, but is not really the pet doesn't the pet matches more the rest, but not the rest of the transmog, which is is a bit off, I would say.
Okie doke. And Bear.
I'm sorry, you're going to hate me. So originality, I said 7. And theme, I said 7. Theme got a little bit extra because of the story. But for color use, I said 4, and I feel really bad for giving a 4. But it doesn't match together. It's all a mishmash of all sorts of colors. And this, I'm so sorry.
This might be your first 4.
I know,
Maybe.
and I feel awful. I feel so bad.
Oh my goodness.
I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna hide now, okay? I'm gonna hide.
Well, thank you, judges. Let's go to our next contestant.
Oh, they're standing on top of each other slightly, but maybe we can get the cameraman to earn some money here.
Oh, let's see. Stream is just slightly behind here as we go to the next contestant. Here we are. Okay, excellent. Now, this is my favorite transmog.
This is your favorite transmog?
This is my favorite one. Nice and simple. I understand what they're about. The shades give them that extra, and I know Wochi said this earlier, Mad Max vibe. So I'm a fan of that as well. So yeah, it's a 10 out of 10 for me. Let's go straight to the judges' and get their opinion on these. So, Dalgan, what do you think of the Huntmaster?
It is very original. I've never seen this mock ever. In fact, I don't know what those tattoos are. Very original. It's not that many close to judge, unfortunately, which can both be a good thing and a bad thing. Depends how you look at it. But I quite like it. I think it's very fitting. It looks very Mad Maxy. So for me, originality is going to be a 9 for me.
Whoa.
Color use is going to be a 7. 8, mainly because there's not that much to work with, and the weapon isn't the best choice in my opinion. And the theme is going to overall be an 8 as well.
That's some big scores there from Dalgan. Wochi, what are you saying about this one?
For me, originality is an 8 because, as I said earlier, you call me out. I like the Mad Max vibe of mixing tribal type of mog into, we always go for the full armor, gigantic armor, shoulder plates, and so on. And sometimes seeing something that is minimal, it fits more an RP than actually. I mean, you wouldn't probably fight the Lich King in IRL like that because there is not much that covers you in terms of protection. But in terms of RP, if you want to go for a Mad Max type of hunter, definitely is an 8 for me. Color use, we're judging, unfortunately, probably 3 pieces of armor, so there's not much in terms of color use, but it's a 7. They all fit together. They probably fit better with all the tattoos and everything else that is already on the body and the hairdo. And as a theme, I like the Mad Max vibe. It's an 8 for me.
Excellent. Bear?
Yeah, for originality and for theme, I said 8 because again, I'm loving the glasses and even the hair, just everything, and like the leg piece. I didn't even know you could get that as a separate leg piece, and now I need to know where it comes from. Yeah, so that was an 8 for both of those, and color I said 7, just because I think the boots are slightly off compared to the rest. But yeah.
Okay, well, thank you, judges. Avinia, someone in chat said Goldshire alum. I'll just leave that there. Okay, on to our next contestant as we move forward. Now, of course, we've got lots of guilds represented here, which is really cool. Avinia here from Chill Zone. And we want to thank all the contestants at this point for being a part of the competition. I think it's really cool that all these communities can get together. Right, let's head over here and have a look at our next contestant. Hidden a little.
The next contestant, next 2 of them.
Yep.
As far as I'm aware, I might be wrong, come as an IRL pair.
Oh.
So maybe you can judge them not only in terms of the tournament, but also they get some bragging rights between themselves as we move forwards. There's Muscotton here who did send me a message before. Let me try and find it. If you can give me some filler while I try and find this message.
Absolutely here. So it looks like they're both from the guild Matt Bank. I didn't realize that I gave out my bank here for other people, but here we are. So we've got High Priest Muscotton, who's going to be judged first with this really cool blue. I wonder what the judges are going to say about the feet, though. That sort of blue there. I quite like it, though. It's like that superhero slippers, almost, that they like to wear, along with the cat that I assume comes with this mog, the fiery eyes as well. Now, Co, hit us with this backstory.
Well, it's not so much of a backstory, but it's worth mentioning. They've said, I've played my priest since the game launched.
Oh.
And I've always been a healer. My primary focus is Mythic Plus and raiding. I enjoy challenging myself to see how high keys I can push. Besides that, I love creating transmog sets and collecting pets, toys, and mounts. Oh my goodness, I've put myself in there on that.
Yeah. On that note, we're going to head straight to the judges here, and we're going to get their take. Now, Daugen, what do you think of Muscotton?
Muscotton has definitely my favorite mock so far.
Wow.
So far, there's still a chance, But I like this one a lot. It's very kind of unique. Not the biggest fan of the boots. I think if you had some proper boots, you would have really nailed this one. But overall, it's very unique. Looks great, I think. There's nothing more to say other than, it looks fantastic, I think. For me, originality is going to be 10. Very original. Color use is going to be a 9. Again, if you had better boots, I think you would have gotten a 10 from me, honestly. And theme is going to be a 9 as well. Really good job. Love it.
What is that? The first 10 from Daugen? I think it is.
I think so.
Oh my goodness. Okay, Wochi, what are you giving Muscotton?
Right. I gave Muscotton a 9 across the board for these reasons. I love the shoulders with the wings. Those are I need to know where they are from, and if they are clothes only, I need to make a cloth character just to use them because they're good. I don't mind the shoes because in my mind I saw them as Dr. Martens, which are very comfortable for fighting in dangerous places. You don't get to slip away. They look like Dr. Martens in blue, and I love them. Color use, as I said, is all on the blue shades, and yes, they are very bright blue shoes, but I don't really mind them. Overall, 9 of a theme.
Wow. Okay, Bear, what are you giving Muscotton?
So I was a little bit lower, I'm sorry. So originality, I gave an 8 because I thought it was quite original, it was quite different. But I also think that it looks more like a mage than a priest. I don't know. It's just giving me mage vibes more than priest vibes. So for theme, I said 7. I'm sorry. And color use, I said a 6 because I think that the blues, they're too different. And the staff doesn't go,
Oh.
and the pet's a different color. I'm sorry.
Well, I think some big scores there, regardless. And quickly in chat, we had someone say the shoulders are from the new raid for priests, in case Wochi needs to know. So there you are. Thank you, judges. Let's head over here to the second half of the duo. Massive scores here. This character, I really like the mount as well. It's pretty cool.
I think getting a 10 from Dalgan's a reward all by itself.
Oh my
I
goodness!
think if you get a 10 from Dalgan, I think you've won automatically. I think that's the new rule.
Pretty much.
We have there.
It looks like this is our last contestant. This is Kazi Khan, also from Matt's Bank, raiding the vaults. This is cool. It's a different theme to the blue here. It's the yellow. Now we've had one all yellow Mog. Do you think this one will do a bit better, Ko?
I mean, if it doesn't, I'm going to be incredibly shocked. Like, to be honest.
All right, let's. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, I was going to say it's a beautifully put together piece, in my opinion. But it's all about the bragging rights between the two of them. So let's see who comes out on top.
All right, over to the judges. Dalgan, what do you think of Kazi Khan?
In general, it looks great. It does look like a stereotypical kind of tank Mog. I've seen it like a million times. It's nothing too special, but it absolutely doesn't look bad either. Not the biggest fan of the swords. I think the orange on the swords don't really match anything else. The swords are a bit too comically large to be taken seriously, in my opinion. But overall, I think it's a very very good looking set. So originality for me is going to be an 8. Color use is going to be a 7 for me, especially because of the swords. And a theme is going to be an 8 as well.
Wonderful. And Wochi?
Right. I have given, in terms of originality, an 8 because the shoulder parts that I believe they come from Vault of the Incarnate's Warrior tier set. I am very partial to that set in any shape or form. I love the one in Shaman, and I love the one for the Warrior because it's very rocky. The downside of that set is usually the helm, which is like a block of stone that is placed on top of the head of the warrior, and using a pair of sunglasses, as I said earlier in the other 2 occasions. I love the users of the sunglasses for that, just making it cool. Yes, the swords are comically large, but it's a Tauren and it's a warrior. The larger the sword, the more damage you do. It's not how you use it, you know. It's how big it is in this case. But yes, the weapon enchantment is on the same shades of yellowish, so that's perfectly fine to me. So I gave a color use as a 9 and a theme as an 8 overall.
Thank you, Wochi. Bear.
How can I follow that? So I think it was really, really cool. So I've gone color 10 out of 10 because everything goes together, and I love that there's enchants or something on the sword to make you can't see it now because I think they're away, but there was enchants kind of showing on the actual swords themselves, which kind of blended in with everything else, and plus the glasses. So originality, I've said 8. Color use, I've said 10. Oh my god, look at that mount! Even the mount's cool. And theme, I've said 9.
Wow, some big scores as well for Kazi.
Cool.
Yeah.
Can I just add a bit extra, since they spent the time to send it to me? So they said, I enjoy high-end raiding and Mythic Plus, but I focus primarily on Mythic Plus since Legion, and I've been playing since original WoW back in 2005. Outside of raiding and M+, I enjoy transmog and mount collecting, and we said it's all between those two for bragging rights.
Yeah,
they have exactly the same score.
Oh my goodness! Well, it's going to be all on round 2, and just like that. Thank you, judges, for judging this round. We really do appreciate it. We are going to take a very short 10-minute break. When we come back, we're going to see all sorts of toys and crazy things as they do the catwalk. I think how we're going to run it is They're all going to go one after the other along the catwalk, and the judges are going to mark separately. And then at the end of the competition, we will give you our winners. So everyone, grab a cup of tea, a coffee, maybe pop to the loo, and we'll see you in just 10 minutes' time.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
All right, we are back. How I caught you there. Oh my goodness.
Good. My face.
Yeah, exactly. So welcome back, everyone. We are going to our second round here where we're going to see some of the crazy toys, crazy transmogs that they've come out with today. We want to thank all the people who have joined. We really do appreciate you being here, and also the judges. We're going to have a bit of a montage now, Co, and I'm really excited about it. What do you think we're going to see?
Well, I hope we see some crazy things. What basically is going to happen is one by one, they're going to walk down the stairs. Once they get to just the last set of stairs before the camera, they're going to hopefully pop off with toys, pets, mounts, whatever their heart desires, fireworks, put on a bit of a show for us as the final finale, marked out of 10 by the judges, and hopefully set to music, if I understand.
Yeah, we're going to play some of music that, of course, I know everyone who has been watching and also the judges here have been bopping along to in the breaks. So, right, we're going to get underway very, very soon. They're just going to go one after another, bit of a montage here. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. We're going to head over to the show cam here. Oh, my goodness, and look at them all ready to go. This is really, really cool. If you could tell the contestants to start whenever, we're going to go quiet here, and we're just going to sit back and watch this incredible show.
Just waiting for Grisash. It's one by one after Grisash.
Don't be afraid.
All right. Okay, Co. That was really cool.
That worked out a lot better than I thought it was going to, I think.
Yeah. We saw some really cool things there. I really love that just near the end there, where on the broom they just flew off into the distance, but they made it back, which was cool. We saw the farmer there sprouting out all their seeds everywhere. It was awesome. What was some of your highlights?
Well, I like the person who legitimately just hurfed out halfway through. That's my favourite. That was my highlight.
Well, our judges are putting in their last scores here. I'm going to ask the judges, please, in our channel, let us know when you're all completed, and then we will go ahead and find out who are the champions of the Runway Rivals, brought to you by Starship, in partnership with Blizzard, Raider.io, Safe in Our World, and Glitch Energy. We've saw some incredible transmogs and also catwalks today. Very, very happy with how it's gone so far. Co, what do you think of everything up to this point? What the contestants have brought?
Well, I definitely think they've brought style, and they've livened up an otherwise lifeless day for me. So I'd like to thank them all for coming out, for being as fabulous as they possibly could be. The shows at the end went perfectly, so thank you. It was managing to organize 25 people to do that was probably the biggest stressor of my life over the last couple of days. First time as well, we one-shot the Transmog world boss, and you are all beautiful people, so thank you very much for doing it.
While we are waiting for the judges, let's have a look at the prizes that we are giving out today for our top 5. So first, we've got the 100k gold, the 30-day game time, which of course we know that it is something that everyone is looking for. Of course, the event winner Discord role and badge as well. Second place, we've got 50k gold, the event runner-up Discord role and badge. And then third place, the 25k event runner-up Discord role and badge. Now, I know, Co, you were saying that having that Discord role badge was really important. Do you think the contestants can be happy about that?
Well, it depends. If they spend time in our Discord server and they are from our community, then or even if not, then they would like to flex it off. So hopefully, they are currently active on our Discord server, which I think, by having a quick look at it, we might be having some new friends coming in.
Oh, some new friends. Always good to see. And then, of course, we've got some prizes for 4th and 5th. I'm sure our community leader, honestly, will let us know about that as we go forward. But here, let me just refer to the judges here. How close are we to being done? It looks like Wochi is still working on things there. We're going to do a short ad break now, a short break. And when we come back, we'll be giving you the top 5 scores, and we can see who the winners are. So we'll see you in just a moment.
It's time for the moment you've been waiting for. It's time for the moment you've been waiting for.
Raider.io's Transmog Thursday. New theme and new prizes every week.
And here we are back. I've heard that the scores are in and we have some winners. Co, please put us out of our misery. Let's start with 5th place. Who is coming in 5th?
Well, you know I don't like doing scores that easily. Come on, we have to give it some spice. So, what I will say, we'll start off with a consolation prize, which will go for, I believe, I think Rawley has the lowest score, but the Yellow Man. Yellow Man has the lowest score. I'm very sorry, Rawley. But as you're part of our community, I think that's a big enough prize in itself, I have to say. The other highlights of today is there is actually now a difference between Muscotten and Caxi. There will be bragging rights going around, and you'll find out more about that in a second, as one of them is actually in the top 5. We have a 99, a 100, 101, 102, and a 105. So this is a lot closer to being a draw than I thought it was going to be. But we have we have 5 distinct winners. Coming in at 5th place with a score of 99, getting a 10 from both Wochi and Wochi, sorry, and Bear, for the one runway style section, and an 8 from Dalgan is Kahunak of Argent Dawn. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
With 100 points, getting 8s across the board for runway style, is Muscotten of Ragnar Servant, number 4, 4th place.
Congratulations.
Congratulations indeed. Coming in, therefore, at next, let me just make sure I'm not telling a lie. I am not. Fantastic. With a score of 101, getting 9s across the board for runway style, is Shara.
Of course. Yeah.
Coming in at 2nd with a score of 102, getting 2 9s and a 10 for runway style, is Uriel of Our Lovely Guild over Starship on Terracar. Of course, you're more than welcome to join the Discord and stay on the Discord for Our Lovely community. I'm sure there'll be links everywhere for you. 2nd place for Uriel. And coming in 1st with a score of 105, getting a 9 and 2 8s for runway style, and taking home all of the swag.
Yep.
Is Rochel from Uldum. 1st place.
Wow. Rochel. Oh my goodness.
Farmer Mog.
The farmer mug, got it. I'm wondering if, can our cameraman bring up the farmer mug? There is the farmer mug from Rochel. Can we get some claps in chat? Can we, I mean, for me personally, the donkey really adds everything to this. Let's also bring the judges back in here. Judges, let's start with Dalgan. Let us know about Rochel. Why score so high? Why do you think Rochel is the winner today?
I think Rochel definitely walked home with the victory because the transmog he had was not only very unique, it was also very good looking. It was very simple, but extremely fitting for the World of Warcraft. And sometimes I wish I too could be a Rochel and embody the farmer in World of Warcraft.
Amazing. Wochi.
Well, for me, it was just the fact that not everybody in World of Warcraft wants to be a fighter, a warrior, or a superhero. Somebody will just want to, farm a field. And I believe that is probably the best way to do it.
Awesome. And Bear, lastly, what do you think about Rochel?
Well, us farmer transmogs have to stick together. So I'm super happy. I'm over the moon. Well done. Congratulations to everybody.
Excellent, excellent. I think it's really cool, Co. I think this has been an excellent winner, and thank you to all those that have joined our community. And I want to give a really big shout out to Dalgan from the Secret Finding Discord, Wochi from Dungeon Dojo, and Bear from Bear's Adventure. You can check them all out here. I've popped their links up on the screen now, so you can see them. And we will have them in the sort of in the Discord as well for you to be able to head over to their links and see more about them. Right, so Co, we've got our winner Rochel. Let's have a look at them here again. And just claps in chat. There's lots of GGs going on here, and it's really wonderful. We hope we can do this again, and thank you to all our partners. So Co, any words for the tournament here?
Well, all I have to say is stick around if you are interested in events. We have plenty coming up. We're also a pretty friendly community, just in general. So if you like the weird and wonderful events, such as this one, such as the Race to World Worst, as we had last time, which is our running of old world content as a speed run with a theme. You can find out more about that over at our Discord and our community. And there's honestly more stuff coming up, but you'll have to come and find out more about that yourself.
Excellent. Well, again, thank you to all our judges. Thank you to our contestants. Thank you to the behind the scenes cameraman, our community leader, Adam, honestly, who has put in a lot of work for this. Thank you to all those that have watched today, and to our partners, Raid.io, Blizzard. We've got our charity partners, which you can donate to right now, would be greatly appreciated. And of course, Glitch Energy. It's been a wonderful evening of great things. And until next time, goodbye from us. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.